Great Britain, the world indoor champion. Jamaica'S, a growing force, European indoor champion back in March, went on to take the world indoor title. And he's a 9.97 sprinter at his best, the Brit. Lachlan Kennedy goes in lane 2, silver medalist behind the Brit. Very, very tight race they had at those world indoors in China. Second in the Australian Championships back in April. Akeem Blake goes in lane 3, the Jamaican. Won the Diamond League final last year. Bronze medalist at the world indoors last year. Personal best just last Friday in the Jamaican Championships. Christian Coleman, world record holder for the 60 metres indoors, the world champion back in 2019. He's won here 3 times in 2019, 2023 and last year at the pre-meetings, the 7th fastest in history. Kishane Thompson, the new kid on the block in effect. I say that, he's the Olympic silver medalist from last year, but he's the world #1 with a spectacular 9.75 in Kingston just last week. He's the 6th fastest athlete in history now. Trayvon Bromell, he goes in lane 6 behind the Jamaican. World #3 this year. Bronze medalist back in 2022 on this track at the World Championships. Zarnell Hughes, the second Brit in this race, European champion back in 2018. Big guy, 1.93 m, 6'4". He's in lane 7. Brandon Hicklin, personal best 9 days ago for the 26-year-old American, 9.93. He ran in Claremont, Florida. He's a good long jumper too. 8.18 he's jumped for the long jump. And Bayanda Walato of South Africa, world under-20 champion last year in Lima, the youngest in the field. He's only 19 still. Got to be nervous moments for this young fella in the purple. He'll be on the near side in lane 9, on the far side as we look at it now. But boasting rights coming up for this mid-season meeting, I guess you could call it. We are in July, but it's almost early season with those World Championships in Tokyo. In the middle of September, being later than ever before. That lineup once again, just remembering that the meeting record is 9.80 by Steve Mullings back in 2011, 14.
That makes him a big favorite here, even though he's just coming off of his national championships last weekend in Kingston. 9.75.
Guess who else is running well this year? The United States, Trayvon Bromell.
Well, he's got a best of 9.76, but he's run 9.84 this year, and he figures to be Thompson's chief opposition here. He'll be in lane 6.
Well, the stars keep coming because in lane 4 is a guy who's won this event 3 times, Christian Coleman.
Yeah, he's won the last 2. He's trying to go for 3 in a row. His personal best is 9.76, and he ran that when he won the world title in 2019. But since then, he has not made any podiums, and he missed the 100-meter team for the U.S. last year. So he has now switched coaches, being coached by Dennis Mitchell, training with Sha'Carri Richardson with that group in Orlando, Florida. And he's trying to bounce back because he has to try to make the team in about a month and then try to get back to his podium ways.
Well, that's a good question because he said new program, new training group. So is this a new iteration of Christian Coleman? Great Britain star Zarnell Hughes, you can see him out in lane 7. Toyota Men's 100 is away. Good start, Trayvon Bromell. Here comes Coleman. In the middle, it's Kishane Thompson. Clearly out in front, and the Jamaican's going to run all the way to victory.
He was not challenged. And that was not close. So we're going to see Noah Lyles very soon when he competes in London. But you better believe that the first 2 across the line in Paris are already on a collision course for mid-September in Paris. So Kishane Thompson is dead center of your picture, 4 to your left, 4 to your right. This is how he's been running all year. Nobody can stay with him through the second half. And I don't even think he got a particularly good start in this race, and he still cruised to a 9.85. He's got to be a little bit, yeah, see how he's a little ungainly here? But again, no contest.
Really strong finish from Zana.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today we are about to take you through one of the most legendary seasons in track and field history. In 2025, one man left every competitor in the dust and rewrote the record books. Kishane Thompson. From his record-breaking performances to his unparalleled consistency, This was the year that Kishane absolutely ruled the 100 meters. Sit back, relax and get ready to relive the season where Thompson wasn't just the fastest man alive, he became the undisputed king of the 100 meters. In the world of athletics, there are seasons that redefine what it means to be great, and then there are seasons that belong to one athlete. 2025 was the year that belonged to Kishane Thompson, a year of unrivaled dominance, where every race, every victory, every record broken spoke volumes of his exceptional talent. From the first meet of the season to his final victory, Thompson's name became synonymous with supremacy on the track. This wasn't just another sprinting season. No, 2025 was a season where Kishane Thompson ruled the 100 meters and his legacy was written in the history books. Let's rewind to the early months of the year. The track season had just begun, but it didn't take long for Thompson to show the world that he was ready to dominate. It all started in March at the Bahamian National Trials, in a race that would set the tone for the entire season. Thompson lined up against some of the fastest sprinters in the region. With a starter's gun, he exploded out of the blocks, hitting top speed in no time. By the time it hit the 60-meter mark, it was clear he was untouchable. Thompson crossed the finish line in 9.85 seconds, a dominant victory that sent a clear message to the competition. This was just the beginning, but even at his early stage, it was clear Kishane Thompson was the man to beat. As the season progressed, Thompson's reputation grew. By May 2025, the world's best athletes gathered for the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon, one of the most prestigious events of the Diamond League calendar. With a star-studded field that included some of the top names in sprinting, Thompson's focus was sharper than ever. From the moment the race began, it was all Thompson. A perfect start, flawless acceleration, and effortless speed down the final stretch left the competition scrambling behind him. He stormed across line in 9.74 seconds, a world leading time at the time and another personal best. The crowd erupted and the message was clear. No one in the world was faster than Thompson in 2025. By the time the 2025 Diamond League rolled around in Monaco, Thompson had proven he was the fastest man on the planet. Monaco is known for its legendary atmosphere, where the world's best sprinters put everything on the line. On this night, Thompson was in a league of his own. He lined up against a field that included seasons, veterans, and rising stars. But once again, he was untouchable. As the gun fired, Thompson's start was impeccable, a textbook launch that had him in the lead at almost instantly. By the time he hit 50-meter mark, the others were already out of contention. With a powerful final 50 meters, Thompson stormed across the line in 9.78 seconds, securing the win and leaving the field in dust. The race solidified his status as the undisputed king of the 100 meters in 2025, and the competition could only watch him out. Then came the World Athletics Championships in Budapest in August, a stage where the best of the best come to prove their dominance. It was here that the world truly saw just how deep Thompson's talent ran. The final of the 100-meter was said to be a clash of titans, with all eyes on Thompson, who was coming off a series of impressive victories. And when the race began, it was clear from the first straight that no one was going to challenge Thompson for the top spot. He accelerated away from the field with that signature explosive start, extending his lead as he rounded the curve. At 50-meter mark, the field was already out of the picture. Thompson crossed the finish line in an astonishing 9.72 seconds, setting a new world championship record and securing his place as the fastest man in the world. The crowd went wild, but for Thompson, it was just another day at the office. But even after such an incredible performance in Budapest, Thompson wasn't done. The 2025 International Athletics Invitational, held in early April, would be the final showdown of the season, and Thompson was determined to make it one of the history books. This was a race like no other, featuring the world's best sprinters, including the 100-meter silver medalist and a host of racing stars. Yet again, Thompson proved that he was in class of his own. As the starter's gun went off, he exploded out of the blocks with blazing speed. And by the time he hit 50-meter mark, he was already several meters ahead of the competition. The crowd could hardly keep up, and neither could his competitors. Thompson crossed the finish line in an unbelievable 9.69 seconds, shattering his own world record and clapping off an extraordinary season. That final race was a statement. Thompson wasn't just fast, he was in a league of his own, and there was no one who could catch him. And as the season drew to a close, Thompson's dominance was undisputed. The world had watched as he not only won race after race but obliterated records, shattered expectations, and redefined what it means to be the best and the fastest man alive. His consistency was extraordinary. He didn't just race, he owned every track he stepped onto, every lane he ran down, and with every victory he set a new standard, making it clear to the world that the 100-meter belonged to him. The question was no longer, will he win, but how much faster can he go? From the start to finish, 2025 was Kishane Thompson's season so far. It wasn't just the titles he won or the records he set. It was the way he won them. A perfect blend of raw power, unrivaled speed, and incredible focus. Thompson has not just raced against his competitors, he raced against time itself, and in 2025 he proved that he could defeat time. His flawless technique, unshakable composure, and incredible sprinting ability made him not just the fastest, but also the most dominant sprinter in the world right now. And now, as the season closes, one thing is certain: Kishane Thompson has redefined sprinting. He's set the bar so high. It may be years before anyone comes to close the match in his level of dominance. As we look ahead to the future, one thing is undeniable. 2025 will forever be remembered as the year of Kishane Thompson, and this is just the beginning. Who knows how fast he can go next? The world is waiting for the next chapter in his legacy and the legendary journey. Well, for more inspiring and heartwarming races like this, kindly don't forget to subscribe, as we are planning to give you more breakdowns and analysis of the same. Adios.